you receive kindness. Kindness, or to be kind, is to be caring. To be kind is to be compassionate. To be kind is to be considerate. When you are kind, you are compassionate. When you are kind, you are interested in the well-being of others. When you are kind, you don't just do things because of what you hope to get, but because it is necessary that you do it. So, kindness is an inner force that pushes you or urges you to do something that will make somebody happy, that will put smile on somebody's face. So kindness is a way of life and attitude, that connects you to people, that helps you, that makes you to see the situation and plight of others and put yourself in their shoes. Kindness is a force that urges you to touch lives, even when you do not have. That the little you have, you are willing to use it to bless somebody. So kindness is a way of life, it's an attitude. The philosophy, kindness is not something you fake. Kindness is an internal thing, so it's an internal aspect or part of man. So in kindness, you become empathetic. There's a difference between sympathy and empathy. In sympathy, you just feel for somebody. But in empathy, you don't just feel for the person, but you make yourself a part of the person's situation. So empathy is deeper than sympathy. And it is very important that we realize this. When it comes to kindness, in kindness, whatever you do is done out of that feeling of being a blessing, not for you to receive any reward. So, in kindness, the service is total. And that's why there's a difference between kindness and being nice. You can be nice without being kind. To be nice means, okay, maybe you render support, you assist. But oftentimes, niceness is not as deep as kindness. Niceness may be that you want to just make people like you. You just want to raise yourself. You just want to promote your image. You just want to appear as the person who is good, even when you are not good. So in kindness, in niceness, you are just doing it just to create an image. So which means that you do nice things mostly when you are outside and you can be seen. When people be able to testify, because a lot of persons are only nice because of, they want to be recognized and they want people to speak so well of them. So their niceness is not because it comes from within. So niceness is something you can fake. So niceness is more or less external. It's largely external. It has to do with just playing on people's emotions sometimes. But kindness is not something that comes from that. It's not largely external, but internal. Kindness is something that, is a part of you. And that's why you see, it is important to realize this. Kindness is that feeling of being there for somebody. So when you are kind, you always want to be there for somebody. In kindness, it's not about you doing it so that somebody will give you back tomorrow. No. In kindness, whatever you do is done from the perspective and point of view that this person will be happy. So, and in kindness, you don't get tired being kind. But you can get tired being nice. Oh, I don't want to be nice again. And it will happen. But because it's largely external. In kindness, you are a blessing to people, not because they are a blessing to you. No. In kindness, whatever you do is done out of that desire to make somebody happy, to bring about smile, to bring about fulfillment in the life of somebody, to tell somebody it's about care, showing care, not looking for care in return. But when you are nice, you're only doing it when the person is also nice to you, right? When the person chose not to be nice to you, you choose to change. So, and that's why, see, as Christians, we should not just be nice, we must be kind. So, kindness should be a part of our life, because Christianity has its foundation on kindness. The kindness of one man, Jesus. When the Father said, "Who shall I send?" He said, what did he say? "Send me, I will go." Jesus was fully aware that he was coming into a world to be kind to people that are unkind. You know, our society is a society where kindness has been thrown away. Our society is a society where what we run after is being nice but not being kind. Our society is a society where we are selectively good to people. So when you are selectively good to people, it means you chose those that you want to be good to. So, but in kindness, you don't choose. In kindness, it's about the situation and circumstance, not the closeness of the person to you. And that's why if kindness is a part of your attitude, when you are driving and there's an accident, you park. Nobody will ask you to park. But because, you see, the life of the human person is important to you. So in kindness, you look more at the good of the person. You look more at the joy of the person. You look more at what will be of benefit to somebody. Not because, in fact, you look more at the human person rather than the tribe, rather than the religion. Because when you are nice, you may choose to be nice to somebody of your religion or of your tribe. Oh, this is a nice person. This person is a nice person. But that same person, you go to him or her, the same person will say, "Oh, sorry, I cannot be of any help." You know, so that is not niceness. I mean, that's not kindness. You are nice. In niceness, you select people. But in kindness, you do not select. In kindness, you are not even interested in people's pride. In kindness, you are not looking at whether they will pay you back. You are not even interested, because whatever you do is done from the perspective of objectivism, not subjectivism. So in kindness, your heart goes out to people. So and that's why when kindness is sown into you from your childhood, you grow up to be kind. Even when people are taking you for granted, you are not interested. Because sometimes you hear, "I will no longer continue. I have been kind to people. Those that I have been kind to, they've always paid me back with evil. There is no point being kind." No. Which means you were nice, but not kind. You can be nice without being kind, right? So in niceness, you are doing it so that people will begin to appreciate you. But in kindness, you are doing it because you place the human person first. So kindness focuses on the human person and the condition. And when you are nice, when you are nice, you do it because it's convenient for you. But when you are kind, you do not do it because it is convenient for you. When you are nice, people will ask you. But when you are kind, even when people don't ask you, you do it. You look at somebody, this person look hungry. See, there are people that are suffering. They will not tell you. They are passing through so much. When they are coming out, they try to clean up. And when you see them, you think, "Oh, this person," it's not true. So it's just that they chose that in the midst of my situation, I cannot appear like a beggar. I cannot appear as if, I'm the only one having problems. At least let me appear a little bit okay. Let me iron the clothes I have. So you see them, you think all is well. But when you look deep into them, you know that there is something. They need something. They are lacking. So in kindness, you look at the people, you look at somebody, the other person's countenance, you look at the person's action, and from their action you will know that this person is in need but will not want to tell you. There are people that they believe that, oh, maybe they have asked people for help and they have been turned down. They have been disappointed. So they just believe, oh, people are the same. When you go to them to ask for help, they take undue advantage of you. So they just chose to be struggling like that. So when you are kind, you see through them that this person is in need. In any way you can support, you support. So in kindness, you are not looking for something, somebody that will praise you, or people that will sing a song of sing wonderful songs about you. No. In kindness, your focus is on doing that which is good. And you are not kind because it's convenient for you or because you have. You are kind because it's a part of you. When children are raised in homes where the father believes in kindness, the mother believes in kindness, that child will grow up to be kind. When a child grows up in a home where there is no sense of kindness, no value for the human, see, kindness begins first with a value for the human person. And that's why Jesus, because of the value, not looking at how unkind we are, not looking at how wicked we are, not looking at how, how evil we are. He says, Father, I will go. When the father will say, who will go? He say, I will go. Because it is a part of his nature to be kind. He did not look at how wicked we are. He did not look at our sin. He did not look at the fact that we'll be the one to kill him. No. On the contrary, he looked at the fact that these are souls that need to be saved. What can we give him in return? Nothing. What can we do for him? Nothing. He lacks nothing. But then he came and showed us kindness. So Christianity is built on kindness. When you are not kind, you cannot say you are a Christian. So kindness is an attitude that we must cultivate, because in kindness we have to restore people's dignity. We have to restore the human dignity. In niceness, we try to make people feel okay. But in kindness, we don't just want to go there, just try to make them feel okay at that moment, but we try to make them feel okay forever, or for as long as possible. So kindness is a seed. When it is sown, it will germinate and it will grow and produce the fruit of kindness. So for every kindness, there is a call for further kindness. This philosophy, when you are kind, whatever you do is basically looking at the complete and wholeness of the or well-being of the person. So whether they are kind to you or they are not kind to you, you don't care. Because kindness forces you or will push you to even be good to those who are wicked to you. It is in kindness that you are willing to make sacrifice, and that's why Jesus died on the cross for us. That is kindness. That even when we are unwilling to show him love, he was there to show us love. And as I say, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they are doing or what they have done. They do not know. So in kindness, you have compassion on people. You won't take excuse on their behalf. When you are kind to your partner, or when kindness is a part of you, you do things for your partner, not because if you don't do it, your marriage will not work, but because it's a part of you to do it. Dear brothers and sisters in the Lord, they say, when you are kind, there is always a blessing attached to every kindness. The widow of Zarephath showed kindness to the prophet Elijah, and in return, there was a blessing. The woman did not do it because she wants Elijah to bless her, no, but because somebody was seriously in need. The rich woman of Shunem When the man of God was passing, they said, oh, this man is passing, let us create a place for him. They created a place for him. Not because they want the man to bless them, no. Just say, let this man have a place where he can just rest. Kindness. And what he had been looking for years came to pass. The gift of the fruit of the womb. So kindness is like magnet. If you put magnet here and you put wood here, can it attract wood? But if you put magnet here and you put other magnet here, what happens? They begin to drag each other. They connect with each other. So kindness connects you with kindness. Amen and amen. The able authority will see the reality of this in the life of Ruth. And because of the kindness of Ruth, today we have a book in the Bible called the book of Ruth. The book of Ruth actually is among, what we call the Ketuvim, a section of the Bible called the Ketuvim. And the Ketuvim means writing. It means writing. So it's part of the writing that you find in the Bible. It was because of our kindness that made it possible today for us to have a book in the Bible called the book of Ruth. When you are kind, you write your name in gold or in the book of history. When you are kind, you see, people will not forget you because kindness will engrave your name in the heart of people. But niceness does not last for long. Kindness lasts forever. The book of Ruth, it's a very simple, it's just a simple book, but beautiful. It's about the story of ordinary life. The story of a heart that cares. So, but the most striking feature is how this ordinary event has become an extraordinary event. There is this man called Elimelech. Elimelech was married to Naomi. And they had 2 sons. But then, at a point in time, the man himself, Elimelech, died. And the 2 sons also that were married to Ruth and Orpah also died. And it was time for Naomi. Naomi just thought, let me return back to my homeland, Bethlehem. And she called Ruth and Orpah and said to them, I'm grateful to you for getting married to my sons. Now my husband is dead. My sons are dead. I am now to return back to my people. While Orpah, she gave them her blessing. She did not say, follow me. No. In kindness, you look at the well-being of the other person. And that's why kindness is human. Niceness is just something that is done for external attraction most of the time. And that's why the English dictionary did not make mistake by having kindness and niceness. Because they are not the same. Kindness is deeper. And that was what Ruth had. She had a kind heart. She was a kind-hearted woman. When now was about to return back, he said, no. If you go alone, you look at, this woman at her age, with this condition, going alone will not be good. Why Orpah accepted to leave and go back to her family, Ruth said, wherever you go, I will go. Your people shall be my people. Your God shall be my God. Where you die, that is where I will die. Where you are buried, that is where I will be buried. You see, it's a very wonderful book. Because and that's why I read the book of Ruth. And you see, the book of Ruth, it tells the story from chapter 1. The story of that exceptional woman. The beauty, it expresses the beauty of kindness. In kindness, people don't need to tell you, help me. A kind-hearted person helps, not because people ask, but because he or she discovered that they need help. In in kindness, your attitude of giving is not based on the fact that they ask you. No, but that you'll be able to ask yourself, what is the need of this person? You'll be able to go beyond appearance of the person and see deep into the person's situation. And that's the beauty of Ruth. Because he said, no, how can this woman go alone? Who will be there to fetch water for her? Who will be there to support her? Even when she told them she was going to meet her family, she was not looking at it from that perspective. She was looking at it from the perspective of a woman who has lost her husband and lost her 2 sons. That she will need emotional support. Very important. Empathy. While Orpah was sympathetic, she was not empathetic. So, kindness is buried in empathy. Are you a kind person or you are a nice person? Jesus came with kindness. He established himself on kindness and established Christianity on kindness. It was that attitude of kindness that made people to give them name. You know, when they saw the apostles in Antioch, they say, oh, these are people that are like Christ. Jesus did not establish anything called Christianity. No. Christianity is a product or is a name that came out of the reflection of the kindness of the apostle, like their master. So, as a Christian, what's supposed to be your lifestyle? Is it a lifestyle of niceness or a lifestyle of kindness? Read the book of Ruth chapter 1. Read chapter 2. But read the whole book of Ruth, and you see the beauty of kindness. For every kindness will attract kindness. You see the book of Genesis. When the angels were passing, did they appear with wings? No. But when Abraham saw them, he said, these people will be in need. He called them, come and drink just water. And when they came to drink water, he provided food for them. The same people, the same angels in human form were passing again when Lot saw them, right? And he said, come home and drink water. That time there was something like GSM. So the uncle did not call him. So when kindness is a part of your family legacy, wherever you go, you are always kind. It will reflect in your life. And that is what Jesus wants. That kindness will reflect in our life. Because when you are not kind, you miss a lot of things in life. You don't understand. When you are subjective, all is about you. All is about me. Nothing more than me. It must begin from me and end with me. And that is the problem we are having in Nigeria today. Many of us, we are what? We are self-centered. We are always waiting to collect. We do things because it's convenient for us. We are not kind. We are only being nice. Oh, this minister. Because I like this minister, I will do this. Oh, this one I don't like him. In kindness, you don't do things because you like them. Oh, this sister insulted me yesterday. Because of that, I will not do this to support this sister or this brother. Your father offended me some years ago. So now that you are here and it's in my power, I'll also deal with you. No. Kindness is what you find in the book of Genesis, chapter 41, chapter 42, 43, 44, 45. The life of Joseph. Look at the people that dealt with him. When he saw them, he received them with compassion. He provided for them. He cared for them. And in Genesis 45, he revealed himself to them and provided a place for them to come and stay. Because the famine would take a very long time. He brought them there. That is kindness. People of God, we must go beyond niceness. Niceness is not good for us as Christians. What we need is kindness. When you are kind, kindness is a part of you. Even if your husband is the worst human being, you treat him with love. You treat him with compassion. Where there is kindness, there is love. Love is a product of kindness. So love and kindness are intertwined. And that's why what Jesus said? What did Jesus say to Peter? He said, Peter, you love me, right? Feed my sheep. What he was telling Peter is that be kind to me, be kind to all those I'm going to lead in your care. Did he mention the sheep? Did he say sheep 1 or sheep 2? No, he said feed my sheep. It means every human being, be kind to that person. People of God, see, when we choose not to be kind, then we cannot say we are Christians, because Christianity is a product of the kind-heartedness of Jesus. And you see, in the Gospel of John, John chapter 11, when you read, you know, I think that verse 30 something, I'm not too sure. But the Gospel of John chapter 11, when you read, what happened to Jesus? I mean to Lazarus. Lazarus was there. And because of the kind-heartedness of that family, what did Jesus do? He said, let us go and wake our friend. He's asleep. Let's go and wake him. Kindness. The kindness of who? Mary. The kindness of Martha. The kindness of Lazarus. Out of that kindness, when Jesus visited, anytime Jesus visits them, they will be there to provide for him. Kindness. And what happened when their brother died? Their kindness was repaid. Not because they want him to pay them, but because that's the only place Jesus wept. Jesus wept because of Lazarus, a product of kindness. Dear brothers and sisters in the Lord, it will interest you to know that Jesus came through the family of Ruth. Because Ruth followed the mother-in-law Naomi. He said, wherever you go, I will go with you. Your people shall be my people. Your God shall be my God. Where you die, I will die. Where they bury you, they will also bury me. Kindness. Because a lot of persons, a lot of women, they don't see eye to eye with their husband's family, right? They see their husband's family as threats. Their mother-in-law, they see her as their headache. So she should die on time so that their headache will finish. But when one trouble die, another trouble will come. So the people of God, see, it's not kindness, it's a thing of the heart. And this one was so close to the mother-in-law, she followed her. I will stay with you. Lo and behold, from there, Ruth met Boaz. And what happened? She went to work. She said, mother-in-law, let me go and work and look for something that I'll bring for you to eat. You see that love. You see that heart of kindness. And it was there when she went to the field to get some grain. That was when she met Boaz. And Boaz saw her. Who is this? Oh, I'm also person. He was touched. Oh, you mean you lead your people and follow this woman to this place? From there, Boaz became interested in Ruth. Got married to Ruth. They gave birth to Obed. And Obed happened to be the father of Jesse. And Jesse is the father of David. And David happened to be the father of Joseph. And then, so, which means it's a particular family. Even Virgin Mary has a connection to this family. So Jesus came through the family of kindness. Amen and amen. And then you know this thing, they say, snake, no, they born country way no long. You see the family that Jesus came from, a family with sense of kindness. And you see in the Gospel of Luke, the Virgin Mary, when she was told, oh, even your sister is pregnant with a child, what did she do? Did she wait for Elizabeth to come and meet her? She carried her clothes, she packed her kaya, and went to spend her with Elizabeth. Kindness. Dear brothers and sisters in the Lord, you see, and that's why the book of Proverbs has this to say. You know, it says, one man is lavish, yet grows still rich. Another is too sparing, yet is the poorer. So in kindness, you increase. But when you are self-centered, you will decrease. So kindness brings about increase. Look at Ruth. Look at the increase in her life. She got married to a man, Boaz, who is also a relation of her late father-in-law. And the same Ruth, again, gave birth to a great man, Obed. And Obed gave birth to a great man, Jesse. Look at the lineage. And look at the favor. The grandchild of Ruth became a king, right? David. Kindness. So they put up policy, and that's why I said, look, because some of us, we hold on to a lot of things. We feel, oh, if I do this now, where will I get another one? The one you have, who gave it to you? You think you got it by your power. It's not by your power. It's not by your might. It is not the help of God, the love of God, the kindness of God. So you too, when you are kind with what God has given you out of kindness, the same God of kindness will bring another one to your life. In kindness, there is addition. In unkindness, there is subtraction. You minus. People of God, see, in the book of Proverbs, Proverbs chapter 11, verse 17 has this to say, a kindly man benefits himself, but a merciless man harms himself. When you are merciless, you harm yourself. When you are kind, you give yourself peace. When you are kind, you give yourself joy. So it pays to be kind. So, as a kind person, and he continues that verse 18 says, the wicked man makes empty profit, but he who sows virtue has a sure reward. It's talking about kindness. So virtue is part of kindness. Brothers and sisters in the Lord, you see, when we embrace kindness, we embrace long life. When we embrace kindness, we embrace joy. When we embrace kindness, we embrace fulfillment. So with kindness, we'll have a wonderful world. But why are we not kind? It's because we are so interested in the me. Everything is me. Everybody must respect me. Everybody must bow to me. Even when you are nice so that people will bow to you. You see it in the church. Some persons try to be nice. They are everywhere. They try to show that they are nice, but they are not kind. That niceness is they are looking for recognition. The moment you don't recognize them again, it's after they leave that church. The moment you are not nice to them again, the priest becomes a bad person. So for them, they are only nice because they want people to worship them. But when you are kind, you are not looking at whether the priest is looking at you or not. When you are kind, you don't even know, you don't even want anybody to look at you. You are just doing it because it's a part of you. That's why we must be kind. Even as ministers, as a minister, when you are not kind, you believe in amassing everything. You believe that nobody can talk to you. You gather and gather and gather. But at the end of it all, don't forget, the book of Ecclesiastes, it says, vanity of vanity is vanity. And remember Job, he said, naked I come and naked I shall return. If you have everything and you have not engraved your name in the heart of people, does it make any sense? Look at very rich people. Nobody remember them. But look at this look at Ruth, ordinary woman. Look at Virgin Mary, ordinary woman. But because of her kindness, hey brothers and sisters, if you are kind to me, I am kind to you. We'll have a wonderful world. And how can we be kind? Do you raise your children to be kind? You don't raise them to be kind. You raise them to be stingy. You raise your children to be loving. No. You raise them to hate. Don't greet that woman, oh. You see. Don't greet that man, oh. He is my enemy. You are bringing children, innocent children. You are poisoning their minds. Dear brothers and sisters in the Lord, and that's why the book of Sirach has this to say. It says, the book of Sirach chapter 5, I read. It says, rely not upon deceitful wealth, for it will be no help on the day of wrath. Rely not on deceitful wealth. Because when you are relying on wealth, you cannot be kind. Whatever you do is just because it's all about increasing. You are having fat bank account and you are not happy. Is it worth it? Kindness brings happiness. People of God, see, and you see the reality of what is when you are unkind, what will be your end? What will be your end is destruction, as the book of Proverbs tells us. Now, finally, why am I talking of this kindness today? It's because of the life of the two men, right? The two men that were going to Emmaus, the disciples of Jesus. I'm going to round up on this note. Why did Jesus reveal himself to them? Because Jesus, when they got to Emmaus, they got to where they were going. Jesus pretended as if he was going ahead. It was already getting dark. They said, no, come and stay with us. He said, no, come and stay with us. Don't go. In this time, it's not good for you to follow the road. They did not look at, they did not even ask whether there's food at home. They did not know. They did not even know how the house looked like. They said, you must follow us. It was when they were at table, breaking of the bread, that Jesus revealed himself to them. So they would have lost out. If what made them not to lose out was their kindness. That's where I'm going this morning, dear people of God. When you are kind, good things will not pass you by. When you are unkind, good things will pass you and go to the next person. So kindness is a necessity. Kindness will help you to grow. But when you are stingy, you are unkind, you will continue to fall until you finally fall. But kindness will always raise you higher and higher. Kindness made these people to discover Christ. And when they discovered it was Christ, what did they do? They ran back to join the rest of the apostles. And because of that, they were part of the blessings, the final blessings of Jesus. Peace be with you. Peace be with you. Peace be with you. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Salam, salam, salam. Wholeness, wholeness, wholeness. Because shalom goes beyond the ordinary peace. It has to do with wholeness, mercy, grace, favor, well-being, greatness, excellence, fulfillment, fruitfulness, completeness. They are all embedded in shalom. So they share in that shalom. The final declaration of Jesus upon the apostles. That is what kindness can do for you. When you are kind, you receive kindness. When you are kind, you will be loved. The life of Nelson Mandela, the great Madiba. Madiba is dead, but his name will never go away from history. Because of kindness, he said, I will fight for my people to the end. What of Mahatma Gandhi? These people were people that could have occupied position and forget about it, but say no. Their kindness, their heart of kindness don't allow them to do it. What of Mother Teresa of Calcutta? She left comfort, she left pleasure to go and take care of ordinary people in Calcutta, India. People that were suffering. Her heart did not rest until she went there to help them. Dear brothers and sisters in the Lord, we remember these people because of their kindness. What do you want to be known for? Do you want to be remembered when you die? Do you want to be remembered when you leave this church? Do you want to be remembered when you are no more? If you want to be remembered, show kindness. Don't just be nice. Niceness is selective, but kindness is never selective. Kindness has no tribe. Kindness has no language. Kindness has no race. Kindness has no religion. Kindness is a universal language, and that should be the language of Christians, because Christianity is a product of kindness. Be kind to people because it's a part of you. Be kind to people not because they will repay you. Be kind to people because your kindness can save life. Your unkindness can take life. It is not easy to be kind in a wicked society like our own. It's not easy to be kind in a society where people are brutal, but it is possible to be kind. So we pray that just as Jesus show mercy, and came into the world, that He will give us that grace to be kind, even when we are with unkind people, to be kind to people that we do not even know, to be kind to